I took my grandma to see Everything Everywhere All at Once, and this is what happened.
What's going on, guys? My name is Nick, and welcome back to the channel. And today, I'm taking my grandmother to see Everything Everywhere All at Once. If you guys have been watching the channel for a little while, you already know that Everything Everywhere All at Once is one of not only my favorite movie of last year, but is one of my favorite movies of all time. I haven't decided where it's at on the list specifically yet, but oh my god, this guy's like going 90 right now through the neighborhood. Okay, well that was just an immediate buzzkill. I was leaving my neighborhood, and you know how people park on both the left and the right side of the street because I guess the driveway isn't good enough. But yeah, that, you know, like per usual, happens in the neighborhood. And someone on the other side was just whipping like a solid 50, almost 60 just through my neighborhood. I had to like literally whip out of the way. Like straight out of a fucking movie just to make sure I didn't get fucking hit, dude. People are driving crazy nowadays, man. Like, what the fuck? Anyway, I'm on my way to my cousin's house because we're going to ride together over to my grandma's place. She's a bit of a drive from where we live, not too far though, but we don't really go out there as much as we probably should. I think everyone can relate to that. They don't see their family members, especially the older ones, as often as they probably should. But here we are, taking her to see this movie. We don't really go out there too often, at least all of us together, so this will be really fun. I'm not too sure how they're gonna do on camera, but we'll see. I'm really excited to see my cousin, her name's Catherine, see her reaction to the film, because this, I think she's for sure going to like it. She's been wanting to see it ever since it came out because I've been raving about it ever since, and I'm really the only person that she kind of gets her movie recommendations from, so she's for sure hyped and excited to see it. It's not like I'm just dragging people to see it with me because I want to force my love of Everything Everywhere onto people. But oh man, I'm so excited to see this, and it's only $5 a ticket to get in. I have A-list, so that wasn't a problem for me regardless, but for them, and I was able to buy the tickets and just pay for them to come see it, so it's an evening out on me pretty much, but it's okay. As long as I get people into the theater to see Everything Everywhere, it's all right, man.
Alright, now what you guys are seeing on screen now is obviously a time lapse, but what you guys don't know is that this is after I picked up my cousin Catherine, and now we are on the way to my grandmother's house. But yes, we're driving, and eventually we get to grandma's house.
Are you ready? Let's do this.
What's going on, guys?
What are you doing sitting in the dark? Are you okay? Yeah, it is. Are you ready to see the movie?
I guess.
And obviously after that we went to the movie theater. Well, actually we went to dinner first, and that was really nice. That was really fun. But then of course we went to the movie theater, and just like that we were in our seats. I tried to get a good picture of me and my grandma together, but just the lighting in the theater was off because obviously the lights were off in the theater. But it's okay, we still spent the time together, so that's what counts. So then we proceeded to naturally sit through the 20-25 minutes of AMC trailers, where we saw the brilliant, magnificent 80 for Brady trailer, which honestly, I know it's not going to be the greatest thing in the world, but for some reason, I now have some sort of an interest in it. And then they showed a Beau is Afraid trailer, which is really, really exciting. I love Ari Aster's films. I'm so excited to see this one. And this one's going to be like, what, 3 hours long? And then, of course, Nicole had to do her thing. Then it was movie time. This is easily one of my favorite experiences I have watching Everything Everywhere at the theater. I've only seen it in theaters 3 times in total now. This is my 3rd time. But my first 2 experiences just didn't really compare to it, mainly because when I saw it originally, it was back in early March. Not a whole lot of people knew about the film, but now that we're getting closer to Oscar Sunday, people are more aware of this movie than they have ever been. And people in my theater loved it. They were laughing out loud, clapping, cheering, crying out loud to the film. It was one of the best experiences I've had with it. And on top of that, my grandma and cousin both had a terrific time with the film. In fact, if you've seen it, and this isn't really a spoiler, but I guess you could call it that, the film kind of has a fake ending in the middle of the movie, and my grandma literally started to get up and leave the theater. She was frustrated with the fact that it just ended there. She was like, "No, I can't believe it just ended there. It felt like there was so much more left to do." And yes, there was, and she immediately saw that there was, and I sat her back down, and she enjoyed the rest of the film. I did try my best to get a solid reaction out of the 2 of them after the film, and that is what you're about to watch. So I hope it's good enough for you guys.
Understand the movie? We just got out of the movie. What did Grandma think? But she's in the bag. Is there a light back here? What did you think of the movie, Gammy?
I thought it was good. It was exciting. Although I didn't understand a lot of it. I liked it.
What'd you think of the butt plug fight?
What?
The butt plug fight.
So it was okay.
Did you like it, Catherine? Everyone's a little camera shy. I don't want to put them on for too long. But as long as everyone had a good time with it, I was really worried that you guys just weren't going to like it at all. Well, shit.
And then from there, we took Grandma back home, and then I took my cousin back home, and here we are. Overall, it was a really, really fun experience. I'm very glad that I took them to see the film. Regardless if we saw Everything Everywhere All at Once, if we saw A Man Called Otto, I would have been excited to go see it with them, and I'm glad I went out with them. But with all that said, I'm going to hand it back over to me because I did record an outro for this video last night.
Alright guys, just got back from dropping my grandma off at home, and I just dropped my cousin back off at her house, and now I'm about to head home myself. Man, every time I rewatch that film, I'm just reminded of how amazing and beautiful it is. And if it's kind of triggering you guys a little bit that my grandma and cousin weren't in it too much, I just didn't want to put them on the spot. They were very clearly not comfortable on camera, and what am I going to do? Just shove it in their face? Like, come on, like what? Like, come on. But they did give me a pretty decent reaction to the film, which was more than what I was expecting. And I was expecting them to just tell me, no, we're not going to allow you to do this at all, because they are very camera shy. But with that said, you guys, I do appreciate every single one of you guys for watching this video, even if it is mediocre as can be. I'm going to try to spice it up in the editing process a little bit. But yeah, I'll see you guys later.